I hate to be the person that gets on here and cries, but this could break me and my parents apart because they just don't understand what they voted for and like what it means and the bigotry and hatred that they stand behind, and how I am trying to be a good person. I'm not Catholic like they are, which is ironic because it's religion's supposed to make you love. But I could see it breaking me and my parents apart because they just don't get it, and they don't get that they voted for someone who's gonna make my friends' lives hell. My life's okay, I'm a white woman, but my friends are not gonna be okay.
Hello, I was a federal worker who had 1 month left of her probationary period, and today I was told that I will be terminated at some point this week. I'm utterly devastated. I'm confused because my recent performance evaluation was exceptional and I got upwards of $1,500 as a bonus because my performance was so good. And this was my dream job, and it's just being taken away by an administration who doesn't care about science and doesn't care about people who might be homeless with their dog now. They don't care about our species that we're trying to conserve. That's exactly what my job was doing. It was just to assess habitat conservation for species for a 55-year habitat conservation plan. We should all be so mad right now. We should all be crying like this because I'm just devastated.
No idea. And I'll be okay. I've already appealed. I'm gonna fight for my job back. I took an oath of office to fight for this administration, and although I don't agree what's happening or what's going on, please, I don't want to hear the negative stuff. I don't want to hear it. We're going through it right now. All us government, all us federal employees are going through it. So the negative stuff, it doesn't help. This sucks. It's horrible. But I could just really use my friends right now. I could really use some words of encouragement, maybe even some job leads, and to just be here for me because this is absolutely devastating.
Well, not how I wanted to start my 2025. I was just laid off. This is actually the first time I've ever been laid off, so I don't really know what to even do or how to process anything. I just dropped off my laptop. It sucks the most because I seriously was only at this company for 2 months. I literally got this job in October and loved every single second of it. Unfortunately, the company was acquired and a lot of us were let go. Nothing you can do about it, but it definitely sucks. I have no idea what I want to do. I don't know if I want to even keep working for a company or what. I got my real estate license back in early October. I'm like, maybe I should just pursue that. But I also really liked the idea of having a stable income with a job. I'm also getting married this year and have lots of expenses. So yeah, I still know it's going to be a great year. I'm truly trying to be positive. I know everything happens for a reason, but yeah, I guess we'll see what happens.
Alright, what's up guys? Hope you all doing well. I am Fikazo. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Thank you so much for subscribing. I always appreciate your support. Alright guys, we are coming to the moment of unemployment. Let me repeat this. Unemployment. Let me tell you, now we are in a season or a moment of layoffs. Government is laying off a lot of number of people. This initially come from the executive order of DT, where he signs the layoff of a lot of number of workers. So now it's in the aim of cutting government cost, cutting the funds. That's the reason of these layoffs, and many people are losing jobs, many people are losing projects, many people are losing what they've been working for, many people are losing what they have dedicated their life to. Yeah, we've seen a lot of testimonies, and in the beginning of the video, you've also seen some people who are really frustrated of what's happening. So it's a very sad situation, frustrating situation, which when it comes to you, it might be very hard. But you also watching this video and you've been laid off by the government or your company, please, it's not the end. Please listen this, it's not the end. Please wake up and go find another job or do something else. Listen, it's not the end. Your job, it may be your dream job, but it's not the end. So I would encourage you that to wake up and go and find another job. And you people have jobs, get ready, because the job market is gonna be very competitive, because we're gonna have these workers who are coming from the government. It's like a chaotic situation. Starting this year, we've seen a lot of layoffs from different companies, and right now we are seeing from the government. We have different videos we are going to watch together. Please watch till the end. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and all credits belong to the creator in this video.
Hi everyone, please pardon my appearance as it is after 4 a.m. on Tuesday, February 18th, and I wanted to come on here as one of the thousands of federal employees who lost their job with the federal government this weekend. More specifically, I was removed from my position through an email from an unrecognized HR account from my agency around 1 p.m. on Saturday of this holiday weekend. No one within my chain of supervision was involved in this decision. I have gone through the entire range of emotions this past weekend. There is a lot of sadness in my heart. There is also a lot of anger. The firing of thousands of federal employees across the government is going to have detrimental impacts on regular people like yourself watching this video. My position with my healthcare agency was involved in Affordable Care Act, health insurance marketplace policy and operations. And so I was one of the people regulating health insurers to make sure that they were not selling you junk insurance, making sure that they were covering all the benefits that they had to cover, charging you a fair amount of cost sharing, making sure that they weren't discriminating against you based on your health conditions or health status. And with fewer people like myself in the government, you can imagine the impact that that will have on the regulation of massive corporations. And I think that's part of the point of all of this. I have gone back and forth all weekend with what comes next for me. I was a dentist before moving to DC. I graduated from dental school and put my clinical career on pause in order to move here and try to make a difference. I wanted to make dental care more accessible and affordable for people, and I felt like I finally had that opportunity in this job that I was just let go of. One of the hardest parts of all of this is that I don't know if I've really made a difference. I'm really at a loss for direction right now in what I'm doing with my life, and I'm really not sure what comes next for me, but whatever it is, hoping to make the best of it, as we always do, and really appreciate all the love and support of people out there who recognize just how cruel this is. I'm sending love to all of my federal workers out there who are either hanging on to their jobs still or were just let go this weekend. I know the pain that you're feeling, and you know, the entire network has been so supportive, and I want to offer that same support to all of you. If there's any lessons to be drawn from this, it is that we do not need the richest people in the world controlling our government. Our government is supposed to be for the people, and the only purpose of all of this is not to decrease the federal deficit or decrease spending like they're claiming. We make up such a small portion of federal government spending. It's really to decrease regulation and allow businesses to go unregulated and take control of the economy. So I think we're in a really dark time, and it's going to take a lot of work for all of us to rebuild from this, but I am committed to doing that work in whatever role comes next, and I hope you all understand the gravity of this moment and do your own part to chip in. So I don't know what else to say, but for now, just wanted to share my story and send my love to anyone else going through this. All right.
Federal employee friends, it's time for the nightly rundown of agencies that have fired individuals or are planning to fire individuals. All of this has been confirmed through individuals who work at those agencies or through news media sources. So we're going to start at the top. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, Department of Education, Department of Energy, General Services Administration, Office of Personnel Management, Small Business Administration, U.S. Forest Service, Veterans Affairs, National Nuclear Security Administration, Housing and Urban Development, Center for Disease Control, National Park Service, National Institutes of Health, Environmental Protection Agency, Bureau of Reclamation, Department of Interior, Bonneville Power Association, U.S. Department of Agriculture, Bureau of Land Management, Indian Health Services, U.S. Fish and Wildlife, Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, Federal Emergency Management Agency, Federal Aviation Administration, Department of Transportation, Food and Drug Administration, Federal Mediation and Consolation Services, Federal Highway Association, U.S. Geological Survey, Department of Government Efficiency Service, formerly known as U.S. Department of Digital Services, Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, National Science Foundation, Natural Resource Conservation Service, Department of Labor, Department of Commerce, National Weather Service. Starting from Department of Labor, these are new, confirmed today. Department of Labor, Department of Commerce, National Weather Service, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, Veterans Benefit Administration, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, Department of Homeland Security, Bureau of Labor Statistics, Corporation for National and Community Services, Department of Treasury, the U.S. Mint, Internal Revenue Services, Public and Indian Housing, Administration for Community Living, National Archives and Records Administration, Federal Railroad Association, National Highway Transportation Safety Administration, U.S. Corps of Engineers, Defense Language Institute, Bureau of Engraving and Printing, Health and Human Services. The list continues to grow. It grew by about half a page just today. If I missed something, if you didn't hear your agency, department, or sub-department, whatever it may be, send me a message. They're open to just about anybody right now. Or leave it in the comments. I'll go through there. I'll try to post another one tomorrow night. I know it's bad news. I'm hoping that those of you that might be in one of these newly listed agencies that hadn't heard about it will have a little bit of heads up if you're probationary, and you'll be able to get all of your records in order. For now, sorry for the bad news. Have a good night.
Hi, I was a recent federal employee that was terminated due to the restructuring and cutting of federal funds. I was a USDA Natural Resource Conservation Service employee, or NRCS. I specialized in natural resource conservation and helping producers deal with issues that involved soil, water, and air quality, as well as erosion and access to fresh water and correct forage for their livestock. We helped farmers. My agency helps farmers all over the country, and we go into their property, assess the area, and see if there are anything that we can help them with, whether it's, a no-till situation, if it's, spraying for herbicides, if it's, an erosion sinkhole that's going to cause your cow to fall in and, potentially lose a calf, or, it's eating away at your field and you want to put a drain pipe in. We go in, we help the producer, we make up a contract, and then we help assist the producer, not only make sure that it's input correctly, so that way they don't have this issue anymore, but we financially assist them. We reimburse them a percentage or cost amount that they sign for, so that the burden does not fall just on the American producer. This goes for anything large scale, your soybeans, your corn, your cotton, your wheat, or your large cattle operations, your dairy and beef. In Mississippi, which is the state that I currently work in, we do a lot with small producers, people who grow stuff at your farmer's market. We love helping farmers. That is our motto. We love helping anyone and everyone who comes through our doors. I was let go or terminated or laid off, fired, whatever you want to call it, due to performance. Now, I am a probationary employee. You're always a probationary employee for the first 12 months of service in any federal job. I have nothing but outstanding performance reviews, and this simply is not the case. I was let go due to cutting of federal funds, and like I've mentioned, this does not affect the people who are sitting around and have been in government for 20 years and aren't doing their job and are sitting around doing nothing. No, we were boots on the ground, walking the field. Like, we were busy every day, meeting deadlines, helping farmers, dealing with, client appointments to try to get it right. And this is going to fall on the consumers of agriculture products, which is everyone in the world who wants to eat, and your producers. So if you know someone who gets federal assistance through FSA, the Farm Service Agency, they lost a lot of people just because they were new hired. This is the Animal and Plant, the APHIS Department of Agriculture. I've seen the Forestry Commission. So anyone who produces mass amounts of trees for, timber, they're affected. We help a lot with timber as well, which we were already all short-staffed, and you just cut everyone. There was one girl left in her office now. One. She can't go to these farmers' places of operation and maintain an office. So therefore, farmers will go without. Farmers will not get the assistance. They will not be able to fix these problems, which will only get worse. And it's going to fall on us as consumers and burden the agriculture community. And it's not being reported in the news just how far-reaching that this mass layoff was. Sure, everyone wants to believe that this is the bogus and the ridiculous agencies that are being cut. No, this is the USDA. These are the people who grade your food, check your food, make sure your food is, in good standing and hasn't been, shot up with antibiotics because they are always withdrawal periods. This is everything. And it's not being reported. And it's going to fall on the agriculture producer. I loved my job. I hope they call me back to my job. My producers made my day, and I loved helping them. And you're cutting people. I don't say you, but they are cutting people for just existing with no warning. This isn't doing what everyone thought it was. They're not cutting the people not doing their job, and they're not really cutting funding, because the two people that they laid off in my office have a salary of combined less than $100,000 a year. Let's just think about that for a moment. So, if you feel inclined to support, your USDA employees, and you want to call your congressman or your senator or write them a letter saying that the USDA employees are essential to farming operations, farming communities, and keeping food safe and available for all, I would appreciate it as a previous USDA employee, as well as many of my colleagues I'm sure would appreciate it, but I do not speak for the whole agency. I'm only here to inform the people that I know about the situation and how far-reaching it actually affected them. I hope that something changes, and I hope more information comes out, and I hope to be back helping producers the best way I can. But for now, I am moving on and trying to figure out life just like every other federal employee that was released, and is trying to navigate this very weird and odd situation with no information. So, thank you.
These layoffs has predominantly targeted probation employees, those with less than 1 or 2 years of services across various federal agencies. Notable examples include the Internal Revenue Services, which dismissed approximately 6,000 employees, about 6% of its workers during the peak tax filing season. This reduction has raised concerns about the potential delays in tax processing and refunds. Its Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, which has been directed to eliminate positions related to climate change initiative and diversity program, potentially affecting the majority of its personnel. Man. So if you're in this situation, you can't feel these people. Or if you ever been in this situation, there are people who've never been in the situation of layoff, okay? So you have your good jobs, you're paying, you are well, you are providing your family, like maybe you are 2 providers in the family, you provide like 60%. So imagine losing that 60%, that family is gonna be hard. And getting a job in this moment, in this in these days, it's not easy, because there is a lot of competition. So the job market is so competitive, and the work is getting down. Remember, we are entering in a season, or we are entering in the era of AI, okay, artificial intelligence. So many jobs are trying to implement AI in their work, so which is going to make a lot of people to lose jobs, mostly in tech industries. So many people are going to lose that same job. So it's very difficult. It will tell me in the comment section what you think about the layoffs that is happening. But when you come to the federal layoffs, they're saying it's cutting cost. Cutting costs. So it means there is a lot of things that we are spending money in, but it was also supporting the people. It was supporting the people. So I don't know how you can cut. Yes, you can cut the cost, but this cost was supporting people. Yeah, was supporting the citizen of the country. They were benefiting from the government. So now they come out, they don't have a job, which is going to be a burden. Yes, unemployment rate is going to increase. It's going to go high. We've seen recently about the USAID. USAID have laid off a lot of workers, and it shut down the doors. It's no longer working. It's 90 days, I think. They gave it 90 days of not working, not spending anything. So it have affected Americans, not only Americans, even other parts of the world where this USD was operating in, mostly in African countries. I told you last time in a video that it have affected many African countries from the healthy services. They are getting healthy services. They are getting medicine through the USAID, but right now they're not. So the workforce reduction has raised concerns about the government capacity to deliver essential services. For example, the Irish layoffs may lead to delay in tax returns, okay, process, and diminished tax payers assistance. That's what I believe. In the realm of public health agencies like the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, and the National Institute of Health, NIH, have faced significant staff cuts, potentially undermining the ability to respond to the healthy crisis effectively. That's true. That's true. So many people are really suffering. Yeah, they are suffering. But what I can tell you, you people who have job, get ready, because the job market is going to be so competitive. You have to do your work well, because there are many people waiting to do the work. And for those people who get the layoff, please wake up. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of your life. Wake up, go to work, go and find another job, try another thing, because you're gonna make it, because you're able to do it, and you will make it. So wake up and go do the job. Getting laid off is not a big deal. It's normal. Yes, it's normal to be laid off. You have to understand this. It's normal. Because let me tell you, you are not the only one, and you're not the last person to be laid off, whether from the government or from the other companies. So it means that you have to wake up and go find another job. Because you're not the only person who are laid off right now, because there are a lot of people who are jobless, who are unemployed. They don't have a job. Okay, so you still have to go and find another job and work. Don't just sleep, don't just sit there, because let me tell you, life in these days is not easy. It's not a time of sleeping. It's not a time of thinking a lot, because once you think a lot, you're gonna lose your direction. So you have to say this, okay, let me hold myself, and then I go find another job. Yeah, go and find another job, because if you sleep, it's not gonna be easy on your side. Here comes to people who are laid off because of their choices, because of what they voted for. So I don't know how to say this to you, but you've seen that your actions have affected you. What you decided, what you voted is affecting you right now. Okay? You're losing your job, you're losing your insurance, you are having a lot of high taxes. Okay? So tariffs are coming, so it's a lot of things which you call on yourself. Right now, that's the feeling you're gonna have. Okay? Because yes, other people have suffered, other people are affected by what's happened, and what's happening. Other people are getting laid off, other people are being deported. But let me tell you, when you come to your side, I don't know how you can explain this, but you're the one who chose that. So there is no need of crying, there's no need of having sympathy to you. You're the one who did the choices, and what you did is affecting you. So if it's affecting you, you know you have to bear the consequences, you have to bear the fruits, because wherever you plant, you have to bear the fruits. So whether you do good or bad, it will affect you, it will come your side in a good or bad effect. So that is what's happening right now. And as I can tell you, there's gonna be a lot of layoff, not only from the government, even other companies, because of what technology is bringing. Okay, so from the dream country, as someone who come to chase the dreams, someone who came to to achieve the dream, getting layoff, it might hinder you to reach your dreams, but you need to wake your mind up. Okay, don't just go and sleep, as I told you. Okay, you have to work. But for those who voted against their rights, we don't have sympathy, we don't have anything to say to you, we don't have anything. We're just here to face the consequences as you do. You are not the only we are not the only one facing the consequence. You also, you're gonna face the consequences of your choices, of what you voted. You voted against your rights. You voted to be laid off as the moment. So you have to face the consequences. You have to face what you voted for. It is what it is. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching till the end, guys. I appreciate your love. I appreciate your support. Let's catch up in the next video. I love you so much. Bye.